Looking 50, looking younger in your 50s is not magic, y'all. It takes being very mindful. So today I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do, some of the habits that I have to keep my skin and myself looking as youthful as possible while being in my mid 50s. If you want to hear what I'm doing and how you can incorporate some of these habits into your day, keep watching. Hi, I'm Darlene Obion with Beauty is What I Do, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've been with me from day one, welcome back. Thank you so much. And I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. So this is going to be a fun video because, listen, my channel is geared toward women in their mid 50s, all about beauty, all about fashion, all about lifestyle, all about family. It's all about the things that make us who we are in our mid 50s. And the truth is, I don't think really, there's probably a hand of us that really want to look 50. I'm going to just put it out there. There's probably a hand of us. We don't mind being 50, right? We understand that there is a natural aging process, but we ain't trying to look 50, right? We are trying to look the best we can look. We are trying to keep our skin nice, tight, and right. We are trying to exercise. We're trying to do all the things. And I certainly am. And there are some things that I do on a daily basis that I want to share with you guys. And there's probably some things that you do also, but that are like really common sense. But sometimes we get so boggled down with life and what, all of the stress and all of the hustle and bustle that we really do forget to care for ourselves and take care of ourselves. So I want this to be a year that we really focus on us, getting back to the basics, doing what we need to do to keep this youthful glow, y'all. So I want y'all to know that I have not ventured off into the Botox world. I have not ventured off into the filler world, but I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Probably the main reason I haven't done it is because I'm afraid of the pain. So I've got to talk to some folks that have already done it because I need to know about the pain. Like, I think I have a low threshold for pain, and that's kind of what's keeping me away. But I am definitely interested in it. I am not opposed to it at all. Like, yeah, it's something I definitely want to explore. Maybe I'll do it, before this year's out. And if I do, I'm definitely going to share that whole experience with you. But these are some things that I have been doing thus far to keep my skin looking nice and tight, firm, youthful looking. And I just want to share it with you because I am often told, wow, I can't believe you are 55. And that is such a compliment. And I love to hear that. So, hey, let's get this started. I have always been on the struggle bus when it comes to my weight. And I have always been a water drinker because of that. Because, when you are trying to eat well, that is the number one thing. You have to stay hydrated. So, that is the first thing that I think is very obvious, that you have to stay hydrated. As a matter of fact, let me drink now because it has been a day already. But that is like the number one thing. We all know that we have to stay hydrated. Water is so good for your skin. It keeps it nice and plump. It keeps the elasticity there. It removes toxins from the body. It keeps everything functioning the way that it should. So I think that's like the number one thing. So if you are not a water drinker, girl, what are you doing? What is the issue? Like, do you need to add some flavor to your water? Does it need to be room temperature? Are you good with a pretty bottle, or do you like to drink it out of the bottle, or do you need a water filtration system? Like, get to the bottom of what is really going on that you are not drinking your water, because it is a big factor in keeping your skin looking well, looking clear, looking plump, looking hydrated. It's so important. So that's number one. Stay hydrated. My second thing that I do is I invest in good skincare. Like, I have always been a skincare girl. When I was probably 10, 11, my mother started me on oil of Olay. Like, she had me on the cleanser, the moisturizer. There was another third step. I can't remember. Maybe it was just toner. But I always knew to have some kind of 1, 2, 3 step when it comes to washing my face. And I continued through that. And then who knew that I was going to grow up, work in beauty retail, where I just continued that. I was fortunate enough to work with some brands that were amazing. And whenever I could get my hands on some really good skincare, I did. So I have always been one to cleanse my face. And I knew early on what my skin type was. I guess, it's not hard to figure out, because usually by the end of the day, or maybe even by midday, either you're feeling very dry or you're looking very, very shiny, or you either have maybe acne prone skin. It's not too hard to figure out. So I have always invested in some type of skincare, whether it was high end or whether it was drugstore. There was some type of system that I was always using. I was always using a cleanser. I was always using some type of toner, definitely a moisturizer. And then as I got older, I started getting more into serums and oils and eye creams and what else? And scrubs. I think I started scrubs probably when I was in my teens as well. So those are things that I've always invested in. And then once I started traveling, because honestly, as a young girl, I didn't know anything about SPF. My mom wasn't a big stickler about using SPF. But once I started traveling, the people I was traveling with was like, girl, you need some SPF. Because I tan real easy and I love getting a tan, but I didn't understand the importance of SPF. And I really use SPF now because I'm trying to keep the skin bright and tight and all of the good things about what SPF can do as far as protecting your skin from the sun and aging you. So I really, really use it now. So that is the second thing that I do. I make sure that my skincare is on point. I do a step during the day and I do a step at night. And, it just depends upon the time of the year. I may switch it up a little bit. Sometimes I may use a heavier cream and sometimes I may use a lighter cream, but it is always in rotation. A good skincare 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6 step when it comes to taking care of my skin. All right, let's go on to the third thing. Now, I am not here to cramp anybody's style, okay? But I feel like for me that youthfulness comes with a touch of simplicity. Like, I've never been one to do big jewelry, matching big earrings and big necklace, whereas I do like it on other people, but when I see it on me, I feel some kind of way. So I like to keep things very simple. And I feel like when they're small, when they're dainty, when they're simple, it looks more youthful. I kid you not. Or sometimes if I do go with a statement piece when it comes to accessories, it's just one statement piece. It could be a big pair of earrings, or it could be a big necklace, or it could be this big bright yellow sweater. You know what I'm saying? Like, though it's a turtleneck, the color in itself is like a statement because it's bright and it's bold. And so I came out with my little diamond studs. So I think that you choose one thing to make a statement with, but I think overall simplicity for me makes you look youthful. The other thing when it comes to my look, and I noticed this probably in my 30s, that there were certain women that always pulled their hair up that was in my sphere, that I looked up to, that I thought, oh my God, they are so beautiful. always had their hair pulled up in a bun. And I promise you, y'all, pulling your hair up in a bun, I know it sounds crazy, but let me tell you, number one, what it does. It gives you an instant little facelift. Do you hear what I'm saying? Having that hair pulled back, pulled off your face, it it honestly gives you a facelift. And I have always found that when I've pulled my hair up, I am snatched. I'm like, oh, I love it. Or sometimes when I'm wearing a wig, I'll French braid my hair down, and when I put on that stocking cap, baby, it pulls my skin, my face back, and I'm like, oh. And then once you put the wig on, you know how you put the combs in, and that pulls it back. Girl, I am so snatched whenever my hair is pulled back, pulled up, braided tight. It just works for me. So if you've never tried it, try it because it honestly does give you an instant facelift. Okay, on to number 4. I'm cracking myself up. Y'all, I have always loved to sleep. I love to sleep. So, as I was approaching my 40s and menopause, and I was hearing women who were already there talking about they couldn't sleep, when I tell you that was the number one prayer to Jesus, Lord, please let not my sleep be affected, because I love, like, I get excited, I get happy. And you know what? To be honest, I think it has been an issue even in my marriage because I love to sleep. I look for it. I'm like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. It's almost time for bed. My husband be like, what? We watching a movie. I'm like, why are you always going to bed so early? I so enjoy sleep, and I know that it's so important. Number one, I learned that when I was working in beauty, when you use all of your skincare products and you go to sleep, that's when your skin, that's when all the products work well in your skin. Your skin is repairing itself, but it's not just your skin, it's your whole body. It's resetting. And so I have always just loved to get my sleep on, and listen, and it's been like that ever since. Though I am having some menopausal symptoms, thank God that sleep is not one of the things that has been affected for me. The only time I was kind of affected was probably during 2020, when nobody could really sleep because of what was going on. And I discovered the sleepy tea time. I think that's what you call it. But anyway, I discovered that, and it really, really did help to calm me. And so every now and then I just have it when I feel like, you know what, I want a little bit more sleep. I want to feel a little bit more relaxed. Another thing that I do use to help me relax even more is magnesium. I take something called Natural Calm, and that really helps me to rest very, very well at night. So sleep is a priority to me. I have it set on my phone at 9 o'clock. I get a reminder. It's time to start getting ready for bed. So I have a whole wind down. I start getting off my phone just to calm my whole body down. I do my shower. I do my skincare. And you know, and I just smell good going to bed. I have all my lavender, and y'all, it's a whole experience. So make sure y'all getting y'all sleep in. Okay, on to the next one. Well, I have never been a cigarette smoker because I have asthma. I was born with asthma, and for that reason, I stayed away from cigarettes. So I think that has been one big factor in my life that has contributed to me still having really good skin. My mother was a smoker, and honestly, her skin still wasn't bad, but she did stop smoking by the time she was in her 30s. And she lived for a long time, and she had beautiful skin by the time she passed away. But I never did smoke. So I think that is one thing that really, really helps with having a youthful look, glowing skin, is not being a smoker. The other thing is, I'm not a big alcohol drinker. I did, you know, once I was of age to drink, I was excited, but I soon realized, you know what? I don't have a good time when everybody else is having a good time. What do I want to do? I want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. I'm not up partying. Talk about, hey, that ain't me when I'm having alcohol. And then as I got older, I started noticing that it was not working in my favor because your girl was getting swollen hands and swollen ankles and swollen feet. And every morning, or even before the morning, I've got a headache. I said, this alcohol thing is not really working for me. So if I do drink, it really is a social occasion. It is a wedding. It is the new year. It's something real special because it just does not work well with me. Once I then also found out all the effects that alcohol can have on your skin, it dehydrates you, it causes you not to have good sleep. You think sometimes you're having really good sleep, and you're really not. I read that you really are not. It causes you to relax, but the sleep is not good quality sleep. So that's another thing that I have avoided in my lifetime to, I think, help contribute to me having youthful looking skin even at the age of 55. So, you guys, I've also been a person who likes to stay on the move. I did work in retail for 20 years. So, that was 20 years of standing on my feet. So, I was moving. I was walking to the car. I was walking to the train. And then once I got off the train, I was walking to work. And so, I was always a person who was naturally on the move. I haven't been a person who loves the gym, but I try to get in natural movement as much as possible. Even with me working at home, I get up from this desk like every 20 minutes and I go do something, right? And I think the fact that I'm sitting here always drinking my water, I'm always getting up having to go to the bathroom. So I take advantage of the natural movement that we have to do throughout our day to make sure to make sure that there is circulation going on. And then I also learned that exercise helps to boost collagen, right? And it also reduces stress. These are all the things that I need in my life. I need all the collagen and I need to reduce stress. So the fact that moving around naturally in my own home or in my environment or whatever it is that I'm doing that can contribute to me keeping this nice firm skin, I'm all in. So that's the other thing. And this is another thing that I think really has helped me also just stay as youthful looking as possible. I am a very, though I may not appear on sometimes on these videos, but I really am a calm person. I am really a peaceful person. I value my peace. I value my space. And I think that has really helped me all of these years. I have a special gift, I feel like, that even in the midst of chaos and turmoil, I am able to remain peaceful. I'm able to remain calm. And I have been told, even from brides when I'm doing makeup, they're like, oh my God, you are so peaceful. You are so calm. And that energy that I bring to the room, right? Because usually that can be a chaotic, kind of a stressful day. And that is something that I am able to do. And I really value that. It's very important to me. Even if I'm in a heated discussion, even if there's some form of an argument, I know how to withdraw and step away. And if it's something that is too overwhelming for me, I'm going to get quiet and I'm going to pray. I am going to pray that the peace of God comes over me and over the situation and bring about a sense of well-being again to whatever the circumstance is. So I honestly feel like because of that this has really helped me, because I have noticed, and I'm sure that you've seen, sometimes when you have gone through some very stressful situations, it can wreak havoc on your body inside and out. And so I am always so mindful of that. And I think the other thing that has helped me was I had a mother who in her later years, I was her caretaker, and we were in and out of hospitals a lot. And I had to stay calm. I had to remain calm because I wanted to encourage my mom to let her know it's going to be okay. This ain't it, mama. You coming out of here, right? So I had practiced that many times with her. I want to encourage you to have some way to incorporate some mindfulness, some prayer, some meditation, whatever it is that can bring peace and calm to your situation to help reduce stress. Find it, girl. Find it, figure it out, because I think it makes all the difference. Just because we are going through, and we all go through, we don't have to look like we're going through. So I think that that is something that's very important that we all need to focus on starting now in this new year. Girl, so youthfulness isn't just about what we put on our skin. It's about our daily habits that we embrace every single day. So if I touched on some of the things that you already do, let me know in the comments. And if I didn't and you have some tips and tricks that you can also share, please do, because I'm always trying to figure out a way to elevate, to be better, to be my best, beautiful self. And we need to help one another, especially in this age, in this era of our life, because it is to be celebrated. And it's nothing wrong with being in our mid 50s. We just want to be the best possible version of ourselves. So thank you so much. If you have liked this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe. If you've been watching some of my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, girl, what you waiting on? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It would help me out so much, and I really would appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.